That game against the Raiders, is that
was nuts,
is that constantly replaying in your head? Are you still crushed? If you need a hug, I'm here for you, man.
That's like one of the most legendary games I've ever played in.
It was.
And the thing is, one of my best friends from high school, we graduated together, went like K through 12. He plays for the Raiders too. I was talking because it was like the scenario, okay, if we tie, we both go.
Yep.
I was like, the only way I see us tying is if it goes to overtime and it's like down to like the last few seconds and it's like, oh, one team could kick a field goal, but they might not want to risk it getting blocked and taken back or some weird thing happening like that. And literally the exact scenario happened.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Celebrity Sleepover, the slumber party where you must be over 21 and famous to score an invite. I'm your host, Johnny Bananas, and with me tonight is the NFL star who traded in his pads for PJs sooner than he probably hoped. Star running back for the LA Chargers, Mr. Austin Ekeler.
Hey, I appreciate you having me on, man.
Last time we talked, you had just been promoted to the starting position of the LA Chargers. You went from special teams, now you're one of the best running backs in the league. How has that journey been for you?
It's been a climb. My goal every year is to continue to build, right? Build, and that's put literally everything in my power into my opportunity. And that's what got me another opportunity, and it started to snowball from there.
Running back is the most dynamic position on the field. What would you say sets you aside from other NFL players?
I would always say it's just as far as like my style, I'm strong, which creates good balance, which creates good pad level, because I'm short as well. I'm also like quick, like bursty, right? I'm not the fastest guy. I'm not going to outrun Tyreek Hill, but I'm going to be efficient. I'm going to get you 5, 7, 8, pop a 20 here and there. That type of play style lets me play for a long time too, because I'm not taking all these hits. I'm not a bigger body, so I have a reduced amount of volume too for my team. So you're going to be seeing me for a long time making these plays.
Do you ever wish that you would have pursued like another career path, like being a rafting guide or something?
I was pursuing another career. Football was like my plan B.
That's amazing, dude.
Yeah, shout out to my rafting career. It was short-lived, but it was a good time.
So this season, the Chargers were literally one field goal away from the playoffs and potentially going to a Super Bowl. That game against the Raiders, is that
was nuts,
is that constantly replaying in your head? Are you still crushed? If you need a hug, I'm here for you, man.
That's like one of the most legendary games I've ever played in.
It was.
And the thing is, one of my best friends from high school, we graduated together, went like K through 12. He plays for the Raiders too. I was talking because it was like the scenario, okay, if we tie, we both go. I was like, the only way I see us tying is if it goes to overtime and it's like down to like the last few seconds and it's like, oh, one team could kick a field goal, but they might not want to risk it getting blocked and taken back or some weird thing happening like that. And literally the exact scenario happened. I was talking after the game, it was just like how I'm never going to forget that game. Like I got my jersey from that, man. It's just from head to toe, it's just green and grass. Man, it's like, it gives me the chills just remembering that.
So we're going to transition a little bit to fantasy football. You're both a player and a manager for fantasy football. How'd you do?
It was awful. It was terrible. See, I mean, I'm not in fantasy because I'm like really into fantasy. I'm into fantasy because there's a huge community around that. Like it's not just the Charger fans. Now it's like my fantasy fans. And so it's like, how can I interact with these people? It's like, all right, I'm gonna start my own team. I start my own show. Like, let me get into there a little bit and see what it's about.
You're also very big into gaming, and you have over 30,000 followers on Twitch.
Okay, it goes back, just run.
I got a kill. What's your secret to gaining and maintaining your fan base?
Oh man, it really came down to engagement for me. Like, how can I get myself as a person over to these people besides being a football player? So I was like, let me start streaming. So whatever people wanted to play, I was like, I'm down to play because that's what I want to do. I want to show you the different side of me so that when I'm done playing, you're not like, oh, Austin Ekeler, yeah, he was a great running back. You're like, oh, I still follow Austin because we had an engagement. I see him as a different type of a person, right? An all-around person.
As good as he was on the field, he was even better at Warzone.
Right? Like I'm trying to create multiple strings to people so that when football breaks, they're still holding on. They're still interested for a different reason.
So whether you're gaming, whether you're catching passes, would you agree that being mentally sharp, hyper aware of your surroundings are key elements to your success?
Absolutely.
Well, we're going to put those skills to the test because after the break, we're going to see if you're just as sharp in the offseason with a special guest whose sleight of hand may be worthy of a Lombardi trophy. Guys, thanks for watching this video. If you like what you saw, make sure to give us a thumbs up and comment because I love reading all your comments. And if you want more, subscribe right now.